Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Jungle. As a medical professional with over 10 years of experience, today we're going to talk about something you should do regularly: exercise. You've probably heard the saying, movement is life. But if you're not used to exercising, putting it into practice can be really challenging. Maybe you've hired an expensive personal trainer, but between lack of time and motivation, you barely made it to the gym. Don't worry, I've seen all kinds of exercise-resistant patients in my clinic, and I was once a complete beginner myself. In this talk, I'll show you how to get the best results from exercise, even without a trainer. Before we discuss specific exercises, let's address a major challenge. How do we stick to an exercise routine? Even the best workout plan is useless if you can't maintain it. I speak from experience. From elementary school through my working years, I rarely exercised except when required for school PE tests. But now, I can consistently meet the basic exercise goal of 150 minutes of moderate activity per week. What changed over these 10 years? I treated myself like a lab rat, testing various scientific methods for building exercise habits. I'll share the simplest and most effective approaches I discovered. We can tackle this from both psychological and behavioral angles. On the psychological side, we need to start with the right mindset. You've probably heard countless times about the benefits of exercise, but many people still don't take it seriously. In my practice of lifestyle medicine, two key insights really struck me. The first is movement is life. When Voltaire said this, he probably didn't imagine that science would one day prove him right. In 2016, the American Heart Association defined exercise capacity as the fifth vital sign, alongside heart rate, breathing, body temperature, and blood pressure. Just as we can't live without those four signs, exercise capacity is equally fundamental. It can even predict your future. How? There's a direct link between exercise and mortality rates from all causes, as well as survival rates after illness. For every small increase in exercise capacity, survival rates improve by 12%. Put simply, within certain limits, the better your exercise capacity, the longer you're likely to live. You might be thinking, isn't this just luck? Look at Mike next door. He eats and drinks whatever he wants but has no high blood pressure. Meanwhile, young Lily follows a healthy routine but still got hypertension. How do you explain that? Well, The Lancet, one of medicine's most prestigious journals, found something fascinating. Exercise capacity is an even stronger predictor of health outcomes than high blood pressure, smoking, or diabetes, some of our biggest chronic disease risk factors. Their research showed that people with the lowest exercise capacity had more than 4 times the death risk compared to those with high exercise capacity. In other words, even a healthy person with poor exercise capacity might have a shorter life, while someone with heart disease who improves their exercise capacity could live longer. This really brings home the meaning of movement is life. The second key insight I want to share is exercise is medicine. This isn't just a catchy phrase. Extensive research shows that exercise can treat many diseases. It helps with physical conditions like high blood pressure, high blood sugar, and high cholesterol, cardiovascular diseases, neck and back problems, respiratory issues like pneumonia and asthma, autoimmune conditions like allergies, various cancers including breast and colon cancer, and even Alzheimer's disease. It's also effective for mental health conditions like depression and anxiety. Scientists estimate that if everyone in the world increased their physical activity by a reasonable amount, we could prevent 4 to 5 million deaths each year. Let's review those two key points. First, movement is life. Second, exercise is medicine. Understanding these concepts puts you on solid medical ground regarding exercise. Now that we've built this foundation, let's talk about how to actually get started. One crucial principle is to increase positive feedback and avoid negative feedback. If your exercise lacks purpose or aims at grand but distant goals like being more beautiful or getting healthier, it's hard to stay motivated. Instead, we need to set specific, smaller goals. These might include lowering blood pressure, reducing cholesterol, easing joint pain, fighting depression, or helping children grow taller. Then, find exercises that suit you. ones that provide continuous positive feedback for both body and mind. How do you find the right exercise for you? That's exactly what I do for a living. Prescribing exercise plans to help patients prevent and treat various conditions is my daily work. Let me share some typical examples. First, if you want to shape your body and build an attractive physique, strength training is your best choice. Second, if you often experience joint pain or ankle sprains, focus on strengthening the muscles around your joints. You'll usually see results in 1 to 3 months. I started cycling because I had sprained my ankle 4 times in 1 year. After just 3 weeks of cycling, the ligament pain disappeared. As my calf muscles got stronger, I never sprained my ankle again. Third, if you're dealing with high stress levels, scientific evidence strongly supports exercise as a stress reliever. Mind-body exercises like yoga and Tai Chi, combined with breathing techniques and flexibility training, are particularly effective. Fourth, to improve sleep quality, try doing cardio exercises in the afternoon, and don't be afraid to push the intensity. One of my friends complained about poor sleep after COVID-19. I took her playing basketball, and she slept wonderfully for the whole week afterward. Fifth, exercise can treat chronic allergic conditions, from skin rashes and rhinitis to asthma. It's effective for all of these conditions. For those with allergies, remember to warm up gently for at least 10 minutes before exercising, and stretch for 5 to 10 minutes afterward. This helps prevent muscle tension from triggering rhinitis or asthma symptoms. For people with allergic rhinitis or asthma, swimming is an excellent choice. Indoor pools have warm, humid air that can significantly reduce allergy and asthma symptoms. Try to avoid exercising in cold, dry air or environments with pollen or pollution. On cold days, wear a scarf or mask while exercising. If you're interested in how exercise can help with weight loss, high blood pressure, high blood sugar, high cholesterol, or high uric acid, or how to strengthen your heart, I'll cover these topics in future videos. These will include: does exercise lower or trigger uric acid? How to lower blood sugar through exercise? Why can thin people have high cholesterol? What are the best exercises to lower blood pressure? Which activities burn fat most effectively? Zrenia rest. Which is better for your heart? Now, let's continue talking about exercise. If you have big goals that can't be achieved quickly, break them down into tiny, manageable steps. Start with small actions and set modest goals. When trying to establish an exercise habit, what we fear most is negative feedback after working out. Maybe you followed a trainer's routine and ended up completely exhausted, never wanting to return. Or a friend took you on a 10-kilometer run and you could barely move for a week afterward. Or perhaps you spontaneously decided to climb a mountain and now your legs shake at the mere thought of hiking. These experiences are major obstacles to maintaining an exercise routine. When every memory of exercise is filled with soreness and pain, you're less likely to want to exercise again. So what should we do instead? As I've mentioned before, think of the saying, dripping water can pierce a stone. Your exercise should be like those tiny water drops, so gentle that your body barely notices it. That's the right way to start. For example, if your goal is 30 minutes of moderate cardio, try a 20-minute brisk walk during lunch and another 10 minutes in the evening. If you want to try strength training, start with just one exercise, one set, and gradually increase the intensity. Only when your body experiences minimal negative feedback can exercise become sustainable. Now, you might say, I'm too busy working during lunch to take a walk, or I have an important exam coming up, so I'll exercise later, or I'm too tired from work today, maybe tomorrow. What then? The answer is to make exercise an integral part of your life. Don't try to force a complete workout plan into your schedule. That's difficult for anyone. Instead, reduce the burden of exercise by making it part of your daily routine. You don't necessarily need dedicated workout sessions. Housework, commuting, playing with kids, weekend grocery shopping, meeting friends, any physical activity counts. This is what the WHO has been strongly promoting recently as daily physical activity. If someone meets their physical activity requirements through daily activities, they don't necessarily need additional training. Here are some specific ways to get more active in your daily life. First category, on the way. Use your commute time for physical activity. Try brisk walking, jogging, climbing stairs, or cycling. If your commute is long, modify just a part of it. For example, I cycle 3 stops before taking the subway on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and cycle the whole way on Tuesdays and Thursdays. When picking up deliveries, getting takeout, or taking out trash, choose the stairs. You don't need to climb 10 floors at once. Starting with 2 floors is perfectly fine. Second category, friend time. When meeting friends on weekends, suggest active options like walking to restaurants, cycling to parks, or trying activities like rock climbing or hiking. Third category, family time. If you have children, strongly consider joining their games and activities. If you have elderly family members, accompany them to square dancing or tai chi and join in yourself. One important note: since these activities are embedded in daily life and aren't as structured as formal exercise, I recommend wearing a heart rate monitor to ensure you're reaching the right intensity level. To summarize, to achieve optimal exercise results without a trainer, you need to both maintain consistency and reach your goals. These often reinforce each other. A specific goal can motivate you to exercise regularly, and as you become fitter and healthier, you'll be more motivated to continue. If you can apply what we've discussed today to yourself and your family, you can become an excellent fitness coach for your whole family. Your small action for today: climb 2 flights of stairs at lunch, or take a brisk 10-minute walk in a nearby plaza. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments and share this lesson with friends and family who need more movement in their lives. Now that you understand these important exercise principles, you're ready to start. But without a trainer, how do you create a suitable exercise plan? How often should you exercise, and for how long? I'll explain all this in detail in our next session. I'm Dr. Jungle, and I'll see you next time.